I'm Tim Wood, editor of Builders Merchants News. For the latest edition of BMN Presents, I'd like to offer a big welcome to NMBS, the most successful buying society in the UK for independent builders, plumbers, hardware and timber merchants. The primary aim of NMBS is to enable members to get the best possible deal from suppliers through exclusive supplier offers and terms to independents via centralised purchasing, marketing and events. I'm joined today by Chief Executive Officer Chris Hayward, who was previously Managing Director of NMBS for more than 2 decades. How are you, Chris?
Very good, thanks, Tim. Yeah, good to speak to you today.
And to you, sir, and to you. It's going to be a busy year this year because you've obviously celebrated your 60th anniversary.
Yes. I mean, we actually formed in the 24th of July, 1963.
Right.
So the theme is going to be Diamond Jubilee celebrations. So all of our main events, exhibition, gala, dinner dance, will have a 60th diamond theme to them.
I look forward to attending some of those with you. Okay, if you're ready, Chris, I'd like to ask you the first question. What has been the single biggest positive change you've seen at NMBS in your time at the company?
Well, I think the biggest change and the one that fundamentally changed the industry going forward is when we amalgamated with our largest competitor, United Merchants, back in 2014. United Merchants have been going since 1934. We had a similar membership, so we had members who were part of NMBS and United Merchants. But we reached a point in time where we both agreed it would be better to bring it together so we could actually see some cost savings which could be rippled out to both our members and suppliers and bring everything into one place for organising the industry and streamlining it going forward. And that was a great move, so which literally doubled the turnover of NMBS overnight. So we went to over a £1 billion business literally overnight. And it took a lot of preparation, a lot of planning, but I'm glad to say it went really well with both our members and suppliers.
Okay, to be that successful, there must have been a big challenge. What was the biggest one and how was that actually overcome?
Well, the biggest challenge is United Merchants was a very successful organisation as well as NMBS, and it's getting people to agree compromise and recognising that sometimes you have to give a little to gain a lot. So we had to overcome egos, all that kind of thing, during the negotiations. But generally, the board on both sides of the organisations had one common aim, and that was to do something better for the industry, and then that's what they achieved. So I think bringing people together, we'd talked about it, we'd had many flirts with each other. When I first joined NMBS, going way back, there was talks about NMBS and Unima coming together. It didn't happen. We had a couple of false starts since then, but when it actually happened in 2014, it was a great relief and a great achievement for everybody.
What are the actual main benefits of the NMBS offers for its merchants?
Well, the key ones is we give suppliers access to the independent marketplace for builders and plumbers merchants. So vice versa, our members get access to the top brand leading suppliers within the industry. We facilitate them placing their invoices through NMBS. So our members place orders direct on the suppliers, but the invoices come to NMBS. We pass the invoices on to them electronically so they can download and print PDF copies. They pay NMBS, we pay the supplier. But effectively, for that service that we offer in respect of guaranteed payment to the supplier and for the economies of scale by invoicing through NMBS, our members and merchants, they can gain an extra discount or rebate, which they wouldn't get on a direct basis. And that benefit can range between 0.5% and 5% more for actually using our service.
Okay, and it's not just the merchants that benefit, it's the suppliers as well. So what does the NMBS do for them?
Well, for the suppliers, as I said, we give them more efficient invoicing routes. So the majority of invoices into NMBS are electronic by EDI. We take those electronic documents and turn them into PDF because most of our members can't receive PDF. But we actually streamline the process so all our members go on and download PDF invoices to a common format, which makes it more efficient to them. So with the invoicing process becomes more efficient. We guarantee the payment to our suppliers. So in the unfortunate event that any of our members do go into receivership, the supplier knows that they're going to get paid in full. We also guarantee the supplier that they're going to get paid on time. And on top of that, we help with their marketing and promotions. So we have a very successful trade exhibition in April every year, so our suppliers can exhibit and promote their products and put them on offer. And we also help them with monthly marketing promotions and offers to our members. So it works really well. And as I say, we sit in the centre, and our job is to service both our members and suppliers to the same degree.
Moving on to digitalisation, it's very important for NMBS. What part does it play in the future of the business?
It plays a massive part. I mean, if you go back over 30 years when we first did EDI, which was our first step towards digitalisation in respect of getting electronic invoices from suppliers, that helped drive down the cost of running the business. So we have one person at NMBS who effectively manages over 95% of our invoices through us. And if we didn't have EDI, then we'd have at least probably 40 or 60 people doing the same job. So that's the benefit of doing digitalisation of invoices. But going forward, we recognise that there's a need for a central data pool for product data. There's the need for a join up of electronic invoicing out to members so they can use full EDI services. And there's also taking product data from the NMBS central PIM, from our one place PIM, and actually populating merchant systems, their ERP systems, their websites, their catalogues, all those kind of things can be done from one place.
Why has NMBS introduced net zero goals? And what is it doing to support its stakeholders in their own net zero journey?
Well, we believe very strongly that every business, I mean, the government's got its own net zero target for 2050. And in support of that, we recognise that we should be working harder to save the climate, to reduce carbon within the atmosphere. And we started looking at a net zero goal, but we've actually widened that now in respect of a full ESG policy for NMBS, which takes into account the environmental side, such as net zero, takes into account the social side, such as modern slavery, and that takes inside the governance side to make sure the business is being run and managed in a transparent way. So we've actually created an ESG task force, which we're not only looking at zero, but we will use ourselves as an example, as a template, which we can actually roll out and share with our members and suppliers. Many of our suppliers have very strong net zero goal commitments already, especially our largest suppliers. But going forward, industry, businesses, investors will demand that every business looks at their ESG policies, looks at what people are doing on net zero, and they will make purchasing decisions based on how they are responding to that demand.
Conforming to net zero is one of the main changes. I think it's fair to say that this year is going to be a very challenging year. What do you expect to see from the merchanting sector going forward?
Well, I think, yes, it will be a challenging year. We've missed going into recession at this point in time, just missed it. The economy, but the more we hear from economists, they are saying that the recession is likely to, if we do go into recession, is likely to be a shallow recession. And so what we're encouraging our members and suppliers to do is to maintain their investments in their business, keep the people, keep investing in the people, so that we're in a very strong position for when the market turns upwards again. And I think that's where the opportunities lie. I think there's so much going on with obviously the energy price increases at the moment. So there's going to be a massive demand for retrofits, so people insulate their homes to a higher standard. That's got to mean real opportunity for builders, merchants, real opportunity for those suppliers who provide insulation type products or any products that improve the efficiency of the home. So we're quite bullish actually about the year ahead. We've had it really hard for 2.5 years, and I think something that puts the brake on a bit is not necessarily that bad thing. It gives us time to take a step back, review what we're doing, and improve, and then move forward again. So I just see it as a positive thing that we're giving that chance now to take a breath and then go full forward, full steam ahead.
Okay, it's a nice positive end to finish with there, Chris. Thank you very much indeed for your time. It's been a pleasure talking with you. I'd like to wish yourself and everyone at NMBS every success as a company moving forward, especially as it celebrates its 60th anniversary, as you already referred to. Finally, to all our viewers, thank you for watching. The next edition of BMN Presents will be with you soon.